Thank you, Rebecca. It's a great pleasure to be here with you on this Shabbat and appreciate the wonderful leadership, lay leadership that this congregation has, something that as professionals can appreciate and so often long for. So Yeshikoach to all. Imagine doing a strenuous workout outside on a 90-degree summer's day. I think we have had a few of them. Workout was tough, but you did it. You feel good, invigorated. You go out inside your house and you are thinking about one thing and one thing only: water. Water for a cold drink, water for a hot shower. You open the fridge, no water. You turn on the tap, no water. Now we know what our ancestors in the desert felt like. And this week's Parsha, so full of so many interesting facts, we find the Jewish people continuing their journey through the desert, arriving in Kadesh, and realizing that there was no water to be found. They were, perhaps understandably, not very happy and bitterly complained to Moshe and Aaron. Now this begs the obvious question. This was their 40th year traveling through the desert. Where exactly did they get the water until now? Of course, the Talmud asks this question, answers that throughout the 40 years journey, God provided the Jewish people with a miraculous fresh water well that followed them along their way. But this, however, raises another question. What changed? Where did this well go? Why did it stop? Did Moses forget to pay the water bill? The Talmud says that the answer can be found by looking at the juxtaposition of the verses in the Torah. We read, or the Parsha tells us, that Miriam died and there was no water. So obviously the miraculous well was in the merit of the righteous prophetess Miriam. But no Miriam, no water. However, as the Torah explicitly tells us, the water did return. And the Talmud says that it returned in the merit of Miriam's brothers, Moshe and Aaron. Again, a number of commentaries raised the obvious question. If Moshe and Aaron had the merit to bring the water back, what was the point of taking it away in the first place, And it could be, I believe that the answer can be summed up in one word: appreciation. Or in the language of our sages, hakarat hatov. All during the 40 years, the Jewish people took this miracle for granted and did not appreciate it. They didn't appreciate the water, and they didn't appreciate Miriam. She never got as much as a simple Hallmark's thank you note. God wanted to teach our ancestors an important lesson. If you do not appreciate something, you may have to lose it to really come to realize its value. Naturally, that after the water was gone, the Jews realized how special Miriam was. And there is a lesson here. We all have people in our lives, wonderful people who bring us wonderful gifts. We ought not to make the mistake of the Jews in the desert. Let us appreciate the special people in our lives and thank them today for the blessings they are and the special blessings they bring us. And next time we open up the fridge, and there is refreshing cold water, let us raise the glass, say a bracha, and thank God for the wonderful gift of water. No need to wait until something is gone to appreciate it. Let's do it today, here and now. In the words of the song, say it loud, say it clear in the living years. To be sure, it is not just people in our lives that we ought to appreciate in real time. The same can be said of peaceful and routine moments we seem to enjoy only intermittently these days. This was made clear to us once again, and as sadly so often in recent times, with the shooting that shattered the Highland Park community gathered to enjoy the traditional 4th of July parade. In the words of a fortunate survivor of this new massacre, Natalie Lawrence, "This used to be a freak occurrence," she said as she was interviewed. "Now this is commonplace and a fact of life. The world we live in right now and where we are raising our kids, and it is not okay." So we know that what used to be commonplace events and moments to be enjoyed have stopped being such, making the need to be grateful for each pleasant moment a wise advice. As we know more than any other single quality, the trait of gratitude is precisely the one often stressed in the Siddur. From the moment we open our eyes in the morning with the Modeh, thanking God for restoring our souls to us after a night's rest. Moreover, this is the ethos that lies behind the great teaching of the Mishnah, which asks, Ezeu Ashir, who is rich? And then answers, those who rejoice in their own lot. When we live charged with gratitude, we will give thanks for anything or anyone who has benefited us. In the words of the renowned Hasidic teacher, Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, quote, "Gratitude rejoices with her sister joy, and it is always ready to light a candle and have a party. Gratitude does not much like the old cronies of boredom, despair, and taking life for granted." Amen. Amen.